Hey guys, welcome to the second episode in this series, How to Crops. And today we will look at soybeans and canola. The reason these two have been taken out of the first video is basically because they do not go into the grain mill, and I therefore made a separate video for them. Now, as you can see, this is our soybean field, and we've taken great care of it because it has a 100% yield bonus and it's 100% fertilized. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop into the harvester, unhook our trailer, put it on the harvester. Oh, did I do this correctly? Blind? No, I did not. She grabs her and we line her, and when she's lined, we can activate a worker again, or we're gonna do it ourselves, but in this case we're gonna do a worker. So he's activating the wagon, open the capture net, start the harvester, and rip away. Now again, just like the canola, later in this video, it won't drop a swath. In other words, you do not have to go over with a baler or anything else to get rid of that swath. In the full game it does, but it doesn't do that here. As you can see, it says wheat growing. That's because we haven't plowed it before. But yeah, well, these weeds won't grow because we'll take care of this field. Now he's starting, and what we will then do, because it's the same with every harvest, we're gonna hop into a tractor, grab this cart on the left under the silo, and bring it over to the harvester, because in the end all the fields are, almost all fields, all too big for one pass. So what we're going to do is we jump into the Super Massey. We grab the wagon. Let's see if we can do this in one turn. I need to start looking behind me. I think this went alright. Yes, we got it. So let's drive around our welcoming post and go over to the wagon, because he's already almost finished with the second pass. This man is working in top tempo, even though it's 7:08 in the morning. So let him, I'm gonna ask him to activate the drone, give you some views of what he's actually doing, and I'll get back to you when the harvest is finished, because that's one thing with the soybeans. As I've already told you, the soybeans are good for money. Maximum price is 3,600 almost, and the minimum is 1,540. So that's why you always want to keep your stuff into your silo until it reaches the right selling time. Because quickly, we are in September, and when we look over, we can see in September the prices have dropped down significantly, because if we look at the current prices, we're at 1,900, and that's wow, that takes away 1,500 bucks. So keep them in the silo, just keep them in storage, because that way you can sell them at a much higher price, in this case June, and that will result in way more money, because this is per 1,000 liters, and believe me, you will get about 7 or 8,000. Missing out on that 7 or 8 times $1,500 is serious money. So let me hop over, start the drone, and I will get back to you guys when we're finished with the soybeans. With this last pass, the case is finishing up the field, and that went fairly quickly. Just like yeah, when I do these kinds of stuff, it's at real time. So this took me about 8 minutes, and that's pretty quick. But as you can see, she took a lot less from the field than I expected. Maybe maybe soybeans are just very small and that's why we're not that full. But it was a lot less than I expected. Doesn't matter though, because we have another field here to the right. What we would just do, and I will quickly go over another tip if you have missed the video. The field I'm about to start is pretty annoying, because the house is very close to it, and well, our workers do not want to touch our property in the sense that they want to that they damage it, so they just won't do that piece. So let me just quickly show you how I would tackle this field on our right. So what we would do is we start the machine, we line her up properly, and we're just going to take down this headland. Why? Because it's ranging to the house. It's getting close to the house, and with well, even worse, with implements in front of the house, like you see here on the right or on the left. They just won't go very close to your house. So mostly the part that we now mow down is also the part that they forget very often. So we've done the headland. Turn around a bit to immediately show the worker that he is spaced enough to work in this area. Lining her up, activate the worker again. And with that, yeah, we've gone over soybeans. The next part of this video will be on canola, so stay tuned. But for now, we've finished the soybeans. Keep in mind, the real money crop, but their prices fluctuate so hard that you have to keep it in your silo till, yeah, basically till the month that it has reached its maximum price. Because, as I already said, $1,500 in fluctuation over the year. That's just money you want to have in the bank and not lose. So, with that said, these were the soybeans. Let's go over to canola. So let's hop into the case. This again is a harvester that you buy later on in the game. It has a beautiful red color and will allow you to work a bit quicker, because let me tell you, the green one that you get, oh, there's our harvester on the grapes. He's doing a great job. You will see that later. So let me pick up the harvester header. As you guys can see, and as you guys clearly saw, the wagon under the trailer wagon for the harvester header disappeared, and that's because compared to the computer game, you will get a harvester trailer or a header trailer from them. Now, same story as always. You drive up towards the field, line them up to one of the sides of your harvester, and you call Jimmy and you say, Jimmy, let's rip away. So now Jimmy will rip away. He also started a drone, so I can show you some of what he's been doing. And before I leave you guys, you can already see canola does not leave any swaths for you. So what you have to do after a canola harvest, I can quickly show you. This is fairly simple. You can only see that they're harvested and that weeds are growing. Now this is because I did not prep this field with a plow but with a cultivator. But when you've plowed, you don't need to plow every single time. Like I've heard other people say, it's about 1 every 4 or 5 years that you really need to plow. Well, I'm never gonna catch up to this harvester. But he started. Let me give you some drone footage of what he's doing, and I will get back to you when we're unloading him. after this lovely drone footage, he has almost reached a full tanker. So what we want to do, as you see, nearly 80%, line it up to him, because the sensors in the case will recognize that you're next to him. I think I'm too far away. Yeah. Now, and line it up and try keeping about 10 kilometers an hour, because that's the speed that they are doing. If you do that, as you see, he will start unloading. Do it correctly and you're close enough. Now we're close enough. Keep it on 10. See, you will pass me by immediately when I go 9. And now you can do this. What you do is you just park in front of him a little bit to block his path. So he won't continue driving. He will empty out the entire wagon. Finished. So, well, and that is offloading the wagon. Now, just like with the grapes, later on in this series, one full case is not a full wagon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for him to basically finish, because his entire field fits into this wagon. And at that point, I will show you where we can drop off this canola. Get back to you quickly. Ciao. And with that, we have arrived at the oil mill, or in the Neuburn map, Ölmühle. Genau, so let's say. A little bit of German. Same function as with your own silo, same function as with the other productions. The animation will start from itself automatically. And when he's finished, he will get back to you. Now, this is the point where the game sometimes becomes annoying, and when you want to speed up things, you can do that right now. So let me show you. Empty wagon, has no function. You can now start the worker option again, and you will get into this menu. Now, when he saves your game, you have to get out of the menu again and get back in. Now, set destination, and we want him to go home. So we say, okay, in the middle of the place, confirm position. Rotation, let's put her that way so he doesn't make any weird turns on the plaza. And then we say confirm rotation, job successfully started. And now you still have to check if it's successfully started, because you can always say, well, I don't agree with you. Now, what is he doing right here? This is one pro driver and a tricky one. Let us see what he's doing. Is he taking the short route or the long route? It's clearly the short route. This man has been here before, I think, because, well, that's clear. Okay, he's somewhat of a civil driver. All right. Well, guys, this was dropping off at the oil mill, and this was also the canola part of this video. So, guys, I thank you very much for joining in. If this is the second one in the video, then thank you for watching. Is this the first? Then I wish you good fun with the soybeans. Anyways, thank you very much for joining. I truly like it that you guys are here. And if you learned something, drop a like, leave a subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.